Alright, now before we get started, I think it's important to know that there are some spoilers that are going to be coming up in this video from Star Wars The Clone Wars, from Star Wars Rebels, from The Mandalorian, and from The Rise of Skywalker. So if you don't want any of that stuff spoiled, get out of here. What we are going to be talking about today is the character Ahsoka Tano, first introduced in Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated movie. But we don't need to talk about that. Her popularity comes from the animated series of The Clone Wars, which takes place between episodes 2 and episode 3. She is the apprentice of Anakin Skywalker, so timeline-wise is during, as the name of the series suggests, the Clone Wars, between when Anakin was rolling around in the grass and when Anakin was rolling around in the lava. During this series, Ahsoka is towards the end of season either 5 or 6. She's accused of betrayal. It's a setup, but she's accused nonetheless, and the Jedi remove her from the Order while the investigation happens. She feels abandoned, betrayed, and alone, and so does Anakin, which is part of why the Clone Wars is so good. Like, he starts to feel betrayed by the Jedi, and it leads to his downfall into the dark side, but that's a tangent anyway. She is betrayed by the Order and abandoned. Even when she's proven innocent, they're all like, oh, yeah, no, you're cool, come on back, and she's like, nah, I think I'm gonna head on out now, which also breaks Anakin's heart. But she does leave. She becomes what, I don't know if this is the canon name for it or whatever, she becomes a Grey Jedi, where she still uses all of her Force training, but she doesn't subscribe particularly to the Jedi philosophy anymore. She's out with her lightsabers, doing her thing. She's instrumental in the Siege of Mandalore of the Clone Wars, which we're going to see in the upcoming season on Disney+. I'm quite excited about that because Mandalorians, the Clone Wars, Ahsoka, and Darth Maul all going to be involved. All super cool things. Then jump ahead to the Fall of the Republic, the Rise of the Empire, and the series Rebels, where Ahsoka is the leader of some of the earliest rebels in the galaxy before Rogue One and A New Hope and Princess Leia and all that stuff. Ahsoka is leading the this group of rebels in the Outer Rim. She fights Darth Vader. More stuff happens, but needless to say, she ends the series alive. Where we last see her in Rebels, she is going to go off to find Ezra, who is missing and out there. A little unimportant for this video. If you want to be caught up on the Rebels, I highly recommend it. It's a good show, same with Clone Wars. But anyway, Ahsoka is alive and well after the Return of the Jedi, after the fall of the Empire, which is the time period where The Mandalorian takes place, so she could totally be in it. Now, she does have to die before the Rise of Skywalker because her voice is one of the voices of the Jedi that Rey hears in the final confrontation with Palpatine, but that's neither here nor there. Ahsoka should be in Mandalorian. That would be cool. The Mandalorian is out looking for Jedi. Somehow doesn't really know what Jedi are. He seems very confused on them as a concept. And obviously the first thing that he's going to hear about is Luke, you know, the guy who killed Darth Vader and the Emperor, so the galaxy believes, and defeated the entire Empire and goes on to become a legend. You would know all that. But Luke, definitely going to be the first Jedi that he hears about, or at least that would make sense. I'm surprised he hasn't heard of Luke. But here's the problem. How's he gonna meet Luke in live action? Mark Hamill is not the right age to play what age Luke would be at the time, and attempts to CG people haven't gone well in Star Wars past. Meeting Luke a little hard to pull off in live action unless they got a different actor to do it. But they shouldn't. They just shouldn't. What they should do is they should have the Mandalorian meet Ahsoka, who's out traveling with a Mandalorian right now. Ahsoka is looking for a Jedi, Ezra, and the Mandalorian is looking for a Jedi, Baby Yoda's family. And while the Ezra stuff shouldn't really come up in Mandalorian, it's not a Mandalorian series plot point. You don't want to meddle with too much stuff going on. Having Ahsoka in the series would actually be pretty cool because she is, well, she's a fan favorite and I want it. But the question would then become, who should play Ahsoka? And actually the whole reason that I'm making this video is because of a tweet. At the end of December, a person named Charlie Schneider tweeted a photo of Ahsoka Tano as she appeared in the Rebels, and a photo of Rosario Dawson, a famous actress. And the two look pretty similar, I gotta say. And he says, just for reference, Ahsoka Tano would be in her early to mid-40s during The Mandalorian, which is fact. Rosario Dawson fits that age group, and Rosario Dawson retweeted that tweet with the hashtag Ahsoka Lives. There's only been one actress attached to Ahsoka in the past before. It's been entirely voice work done by Ashley Eckstein, and she has done an amazing job. She is this character up till right now. But she's a little too white to do it. That's just a fact. Could a different actress pick it up? Yeah, absolutely. There have been different actors to play different parts in Star Wars numerous times. It's a franchise that's been going on for 40 plus years now. There are different voice actors in the Clone Wars and Rebels series where she's originally from, than the live action actors, so why couldn't it be the other way around? So if that happened, I'd be very excited. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I hope this video made sense. I'm not a huge Star Wars lore expert, but I get excited by stuff like this because The Mandalorian is a great show, and Ahsoka being in it, oh, that'd be fun. Side note, she should not die in The Mandalorian. Please don't do that. Even though seeing her in live action would be super awesome, her dying in a story that's not really hers would be kind of sucky. So don't do that. Thank you, Disney. I know you're watching this. A person named Charlie Schneider, I can't say names today.